Yeah, it was my wife, Alison Dickey, who found the book first. She found the manuscript before it was published, and she convinced me to read it, and then it was her idea to go to Jacques Audiard as well. Well, we weren't really looking to direct a Western. We weren't really looking to make a Western. The film has horses and whiskey and guns and all the things that are in Westerns, but that was not the chief draw to us. It was just a period piece. It takes place in 1851, so these things are there. We thought of Jacques because he's one of the greatest filmmakers in the world. He has an incredible track record of films behind him. And if you know about this time in San Francisco and the Pacific Northwest, there were people from all over the world there. So it wasn't some homogenous American place. It was a place that was emerging a new identity. There were people from all over the world there. So to have a European tell the story to us made perfect sense. It actually wasn't counterintuitive at all. It was just a great idea. Yeah. We were the only two Americans, I think, on the whole set. So, yes, that is very much how Eli and Charlie's sisters feel in the film. They feel like it's us against the world. They come from this place of trauma as children together, and so they move out into the world as hired killers. And so the entire world is a foreign country to them. Everyone is a potential enemy. No one seems to speak the way they speak. So yes, it very much reinforced our relationships on set. That said, I loved working with, we had a very diverse crew. First we shot in Spain, we had the French team, then we had the Belgian camera crew, and then we had all these Spanish people working at the larger part of the crew. And then we moved to Romania, and all of the Spanish people were replaced by Romanian people. So it was an amazing community of people. It was a lot of fun every day, and for Americans, somewhat exotic. It was a different day of work than we usually have. Well, Jacques picked Spain because Spain and Romania and France. We shot a little bit in France, La Cano, where the ocean is. Well, I think, first of all, a lot of the places where you can film this kind of movie in the States have already been filmed extensively. Hundreds and hundreds of Westerns have been shot outside of Los Angeles and in some of these areas, and also in Canada and Alberta. So Jacques went there and looked. He looked at the Pacific Northwest. He went to Alberta, Canada, and looked at film sets that have been built before, but he felt like he needed a new vocabulary for this story because he didn't want to just make another Western. He wanted to tell kind of a fairy tale about two brothers. So he realized he needed to be able to create pictures that have not been seen before. And that also, Spain was very accommodating. They were letting us shoot in national parks and places in America which might be very expensive or very difficult to shoot in because of the rules and stuff. Spain was very generous with their landscapes, and they really accommodated us beautifully. And then in Romania was another incredible find. There's a film studio in Romania that had a whole it was, I think, originally built to look like Boston, but we turned it into San Francisco. So the fact that there was an existing place there already, we didn't have to build San Francisco from scratch, was a big benefit to shooting there. Well, yeah, I think that's sort of like the tradition of American actors is, people like Marlon Brando and Robert De Niro and these guys who came in with a lot of research beforehand. They had distinct point of views about their characters. They weren't just puppets to be manipulated, So, I think that took Jacques a second to adapt to, you're going to bring all of this on the first day, like great. I think Jacques felt, yeah, in a way, like I think Jacques in the past has felt a great responsibility to craft the characters himself. And with Americans, we come with, we adapt to whatever the director wants, of course, but we come ready to do something. We don't just show up like, okay, what happens now? So I think Jacques really liked that, and it also took a little bit of adapting, because sometimes if you have a plan to shoot the scene in one way, based on what you're thinking the characters would do, and then the actors come in and they're doing something different, they're taking longer with this moment, or they're doing this moment very quickly, you have to adapt the rhythm of the film, and Jacques is very good at rhythm. He's very good at keeping the pace of a film going.